Voluntary. Here again, I didn't say joints on the hinge or the ball and socket. I'm not going to put muscle on this either. So it'll make it too easy for you. So voluntary, we're going to associate it with the muscles person decides to move. Okay, those are the voluntary muscles are when you decide to pick up your arm and scratch your head. All right, so I wanted to make sure that I talked about this one a little bit, because the way that I set it on the back of my card, person decides to move, that might not be the way that your teacher will say it, but it's going to mean something in this area. Perhaps it would be movement on purpose, or organism moves when they think about it. All right, so this is just a way to say it, but you have to realize that it could be expressed in different terms that mean the same thing. Baby flashcard. Involuntary muscles. Here's my involuntary card. The ones in the intestine and stomach work automatically. The note I chose was moves automatically. And then I gave myself some hints as to where they are, because the matching or multiple choice or fill in the blank might not say this part. They might just say which muscles move the intestines. And then you would have to think of the involuntary. So I've given myself a couple of bullet points that I think that a teacher might say or might ask on a test or quiz. You'll know when you have the test and quiz how your teacher says it, and you'll kind of get used to the way he or she does, the types of questions that he or she asks along the way. And then you're going to be sharper about making these notes and making the flashcards for yourself as the school year progresses. Next, we have cardiac muscle. I'm just going to put cardiac on that because I want to associate that with the heart. Perhaps your teacher has given you a list of vocabulary words or items that will probably show up on the test or quiz. And you come to this one, the skeletal muscles, and you really don't have it in your notes too well, so you're going to have to go back and research this one. Going back to the text, voluntary skeletal muscles move when a person decides to move. Involuntary muscles, like the ones in the intestine and stomach, work automatically. Gosh, they never really said for sure what a skeletal muscle is. Is it just the skeletal muscles that you can move, that are attached to the body? What about these muscles that are in the intestine? Are those skeletal muscles? Do you see how it's a little sketchy here? This one you may have to actually research a little bit farther. I'm suggesting the glossary in the back of your book, perhaps going back through the reading and seeing if you can infer it from the sentence structure. This would be a good time to ask in class, can you define, or can you give me a distinction? I'm a little confused as to exactly what this means. And then have your teacher explain, and then at that point, copy it into your notes, and then you'll be able to make your flashcard from that. In the next video, I will show you how to use these flashcards and baby flashcards. You've really done the studying when you make the cards, because you're interacting with the material and you're learning those vocabulary words along the way. You can use this technique in any of your science or social studies, these heavy reading classes. You can even use this flashcard, baby flashcard idea when you do math, perhaps like geometry, like a circle or a tangent What exactly is a cosine? What exactly are parallel lines cut with a transversal? All of those are vocabulary words. The words have meaning, and to keep it all straight in your mind, flashcards and baby flashcards really help.